Sind Sie da oben besser? The most asked question is, when did you start DJ? Which I think, you know, someone who interviews me should really know. So usually the only people who ask me that are the immigrations officers when I come into the States. So they're always asking me all that weird stuff, and then the worst thing is when they ask, you actually get paid for that? And then they actually completely disbelieve everything and just let me through. I remember once, I think I flew into Greensboro, and they kind of actually had me sort of in this little cell because they didn't believe a word I was saying. So they checked everything, and that was really disappointing for me because I missed my connecting flight and I couldn't play. I'm coming to the States since sort of 93, 94 on a regular basis, and I've seen, you know, amazing clubs, especially in Florida. As an example, there was this place called Simon's in Gainesville, which was one of the most forefront clubs of electronic music in the States. And you always had DJs over here like Taylor, Christopher Lawrence, and many, many more who are actually playing very interesting and sophisticated electronic music since years. This is not just music for geeks, you know, this is a cultural art form which is operating worldwide, with people operating worldwide as well. So, you know, we have a very global interaction between different cultural backgrounds, and this is what actually makes the whole thing so exciting. It allows you to be much more creative, you know, because you have so many opportunities to actually interact with the music directly and do something very quickly, which you couldn't do with records possibly. And I switched over completely about 4 months ago, basically after they came up with the Mac version of Final Scratch, because I don't trust PC, I'm sorry. So once they had that, I was like checking the program for quite some time, and it is actually very reliable, and as I said, it gives you so much possibilities couldn't possibly have otherwise. It's not making DJ easier. This is what many people think, you know, it's like, okay, just laptop, you just put it there and it plays. If you use it properly, it makes the whole thing more complex, but therefore you're actually much more sort of, you know, open to actually act with the crowd. You know, you can just completely leave something off a track, you know, you can actually rearrange a track while things happening. This is definitely some part of the future of DJing. A very sympathetic kind of characteristic about the most people within this business. They don't want to be in the spotlight, and therefore you cannot actually over commercialize things. You know, it's like we might do some stuff to get some kind of, you know, people listening to what we do, but we do it because we love our music so much and we would like to have our music exposed to a bigger audience, but we not do it because we want ourselves to be in the spotlight. And therefore, you know, there are many things I would never do. And as well, if you take the Motorola ad as an example, I would not have done it if that would have been like the normal kind of, you know, situation that would have been involved. But, you know, Nick Gordon is the director, one of like the most renowned music video directors ever, someone I could never even afford to actually have to make one of my music videos. He was doing the commercial for Motorola, and as well with the music, they didn't just sort of actually cut it so it fits. I was actually getting the music back with the video time code and then actually producing it so you see everything you hear. You can not overexpose it in a way, because, you know, at some point there will be the characteristic of people being shy getting involved, and the fact that someone like me still plays preferable in a dark corner rather than on a big stage. Hello, I'm Paul van Dyk, and what are you doing? You should actually clean the dishes for your mom right now and not watch A3.
Done. You mind?